All right, today we are diving deep into one of the most ancient and, honestly, one of the most diverse groups of dogs out there, the incredible Hound group.
I mean, think about it for a second. What could a teeny tiny dachshund possibly have in common with a massive Irish wolfhound? It seems like a trick question, right? One's a little sausage, the other is practically a horse. But the answer? Well, the answer gets right to the heart of what makes a hound a hound.
And there it is. It all comes down to the hunt. That's the secret sauce. Every single one of them. It doesn't matter how big or small they are or where they came from, they were all developed for one main reason: to pursue something. And that powerful ancient instinct is exactly what we're going to get into. So let's start right there with that foundational spirit. Because for these dogs, it's not just a hobby, it's this deep, primal instinct that's been sharpened over hundreds, even thousands of years. And this is absolutely crucial. If you can wrap your head around this one fact, you can understand pretty much everything about them, from their crazy stamina to their independent, sometimes stubborn nature, and even the unique sounds they make. At their core, they were designed to be our partners in the chase. Okay, so they all love to hunt, but how they hunt is where things get really interesting. This is what splits the entire group into two very distinct categories. So, you've got two teams basically. First up, the scent hounds. Think of them as nature's detectives. Their world is this incredible map of smells that you and I can't even begin to imagine. And get this, those long, floppy ears, they're not just for looks. They actually help stir up scents from the ground and funnel them right up to their superpowered noses. Then you've got the other team, the sight hounds, sometimes called gaze hounds. These guys are built for one thing: pure, explosive speed. They have these deep chests for massive lungs and a super flexible spine that lets them do that amazing double suspension gallop. Just poetry in motion. Two totally different toolkits, but for the exact same goal.
And to help you picture it, here are some familiar faces. Over in the scent hound corner, you've got the classic bloodhound, or the ever-charming basset hound and beagle. For the sight hounds, you're looking at the lightning-fast greyhound, the elegant Afghan hound, or even the giant Irish wolfhound. You can just see the physical differences right there.
So we've talked about their bodies being built for a job, but what about their personalities? This is where you get some really surprising, almost contradictory traits that make these dogs so unique. First, let's talk about their voice. That famous howl you're probably thinking of. It's not just barking for the sake of it. It's called baying, and it's actually a tool. It's this deep, musical howl they use to tell the hunter, "Hey, over here, I've got the trail, come find me." It's communication. And this is where that ancient history really smacks into modern day life, you know? That instinct to chase is still so powerful. It's the reason a scent hound might just catch a whiff of something interesting and completely zone out, following its nose across the entire park. Or why a sight hound will see a squirrel from 100 yards away and just bolt. Seriously, that prey drive is no joke. A good, solid fence, it's pretty much non-negotiable for a hound owner. And here is the great contradiction, the thing I just love about them. After all this talk about relentless hunters and endless stamina, you'd think they'd be a nightmare at home, right? No. So many hounds, especially the sight hounds, are masters of the nap. They are absolute champions of the couch. All business when they're outside, but total comfort seekers inside. We've covered the big picture. Now, let's zoom in a little bit and look at a few iconic members of this pack to really see how it all comes together. This chart just lays it out perfectly. You've got the beagle, bred to track rabbits all day long, hence its legendary stamina. That little white tip on its tail, that was so hunters could see it bobbing above the tall grass. Then the Afghan hound, its wide panoramic vision was essential for spotting prey in the vast deserts it came from. And that amazing coat wasn't for show, it was for protection from the harsh climate. The dachshund, which literally means badger dog, has that one-of-a-kind body shape to go right down into burrows and confront tough animals. And of course, the incredibly brave Rhodesian Ridgeback, famous for tracking and cornering lions. You can see so clearly how their form was built for their function. And those four are just scratching the surface. The American Kennel Club currently recognizes 32 different breeds in the hound group. 32!
That number alone tells you just how much variety there is, from the tiniest to the absolute largest, all connected by that single driving purpose.
Okay, so knowing all this, what's it actually like to live with one of these incredible dogs? Let's talk about the practical side of things for a minute. Look, if you're thinking about getting a hound, you really need to remember these three things. Number one, keep a close eye on their ears. Two, watch their weight like a hawk. And three, you have to learn to embrace their independent nature. Work with it, not against it.
And here's why. Those long, beautiful ears, they're also perfect little traps for moisture and gunk, which means infections are a real risk, so regular cleaning is a must. And their love of food, oh man, it's legendary. They can be professional level beggars, which means you have to be super careful about them getting overweight. And that so-called stubborn streak, it's not really stubbornness, it's independence. These dogs were bred to make decisions on their own, way ahead of the hunter. So training them isn't about breaking their will, it's about getting creative and finding what motivates them.
So there you have it, from the patient nose to the ground detective to the explosive sprinter, from the deep-voiced forest singer to the champion of the living room couch. The Hound group is just this remarkable spectrum of personalities, and they're all connected by that ancient spirit of the hunt. The only real question left is, which one's spirit calls to you?
Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon. That way you'll never miss an update. Thanks for watching.